Howdy, welcome back to another day. This day is a little bit different because for the first time, finally, I think today's day 20. So the fact that we made it this far into the challenge without having a massive technical breakdown like this is amazing. But today's video will be a little bit different because today I'm just going to kind of recap to you what I did in the 20-minute video I just recorded that did not record any audio. I just used this Mac audio capture. It was turned on. If I went to the properties, it was all set correctly, but it wasn't capturing. I don't know why. And just now I toggled it off of Logic and back onto Logic, and now it's recording. So unfortunately, that video is kind of lost. So you won't get to see the process of me building what I've got here, but I will now show you what I did in that session, and that will have to settle for today because it is 10:30 at night and I have the Streamer Bowl tomorrow and I need to go to bed. Today I sat down, stomach's feeling a little weird and I didn't know what to work on. This little recorder beat that we were working on previously. This felt cool and I wanted to see if I can get somewhere else with it. I had previously recorded this little bell bit. But that with this 8-bit bit was a little bit too much. And so I decided, well, what if I play those separately? So I moved that to after this beat. So so now we come out of the main beat and it goes into. Now, that's cool, but it does feel just kind of like a shift. It doesn't feel like what I want it to be is a pretty strong mood mute. I wanted to make sure I had a pretty strong energy shift, and so I employed a technique I've been hearing a lot of pop producers doing in their music. Pop music uses very few instruments and yet will create pretty profoundly strong soundscapes. So I employed a technique I'd seen before, which is applying a filter, particularly a low-pass filter on your percussion. You take the exact same percussion group. You don't change anything about your percussion, but you put a low-pass filter on it so it knocks all the high end off. And so instead of our drums sounding like this, they end up sounding like this. And maybe that doesn't sound like a big difference by itself, but in context, it sounds really good. So here we are with our drums all full, and then I turn the filter on, so we go to this next section. And suddenly there's a lot less energy in the track while I'm going to maintain the exact same groove. And I can just turn it back on whenever I want. So then coming out of this section, I wanted to go back to our recorder group, but I wanted to kind of use something to transition. So I wrote a whole bunch of new MIDI. I wrote new MIDI for our gamer kind of original sound here, and I put a new chord progression in. And then did the same thing with the bells here, adding, the bells was fun. I started and then moved it to a 3-note pattern, and then added some melody on top of it, and it actually came out really pretty. That was really fun. And then the drums we kept the same, and we added a new bass line. All together, it sounds like this. And then, but without the bass, so we're not fully built back up here yet. And then we're gonna cut the drums and bring the filter back in. So the filter back to full. We're starting to get a little bit of a song here. Fingers crossed this video recorded properly. Honestly, kind of impressed that we got this far into the project without having basically any tech issues. So of course it would happen the first time we travel and have to move the setup remote instead of using the capture card. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.